Yeah, for some reason I had to redo that key for some reason. Don't. You're good. You're good. It's our first. All right.
Good morning. We're going to try this again. Hi, everybody. Welcome to
Yeah, levels.
welcome to our 13th episode of Winnebago Talks, a 1-hour radio show featuring the Winnebago Indian news, where we'll talk about news, sports, and music. You can join us every Tuesday as we discuss things that Winnebago talks about. So please, if you could, share the live stream on our Facebook page, which is Winnebago the Big Voice, and let folks know that it's over the airwaves by KWTN 100.9 FM. You can also utilize the online streaming player on the tribe's webpage. And we are broadcasting in the studio here in Winnebago, Nebraska. So today I have two co-hosts that will be helping with this show, and I'll let them get into their introductions.
I'm Tyler Snake, Wayne Office Circulation Manager.
Hi, NP, everybody. Apologize, we had a couple technical difficulties, but we're glad that we're back up. My name is Jordana Bass. I am helping and filling in for Garen today, and I am the Winnebago Indian News editor. I can hear you. I think we're good.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
So, you guys are good with the introductions?
Mm-hmm. We're good.
And then, my name is Bethany, and I'm the Winnebago Communications Office Manager. And we do have some breaking news that we'll get into this portion.
Hi, we got some breaking news today. So the youth achievement powwow from the honoring the youth achievement powwow was postponed. Out of respect to the family, it has been moved to Tuesday, May 24th. And that's one of the breaking news stories. And we want to give a shout out to Eugene Decora. He's on his way to state and for the Class C golf championship. And we want to say congrats to him. And the tee time for that is Tuesday, May 24th and Wednesday, May 25th at 9:20 a.m. in Columbus, Nebraska. So we want to give a shout out to him for that. Other breaking news, there is a community rummage sale Thursday, May 26th from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. at the Neola Walker building. So if you guys have time, go check that out, see what kind of goodies they got. Maybe even donate some of your used goodies that you're not really using today, just so other people can benefit from that. And we also have the Winnebago Cemetery is having road construction, and that has started on May 19th, and that will actually take place for 4 more weeks. And I know that that's cutting into a Memorial Day, so just be mindful of that whenever you guys are on your way out there to see your loved ones and everything. Just be aware that the construction is there, and just be safe with that. And I think we're good on breaking news for today. Today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday is the Winnebago Indian News deadline. So reminder to anybody to send in your flyers or any announcements that you have to Tyler, and we can get that going.
Today at 4:30.
Yep. And I think we're good on breaking news.
Sorry about that. I think we'll figure this out now with the mic situation.
It's a little bit loud.
It's really loud.
It's really loud. It's trying to bear with me the whole time.
It's just not cooperating with me.
It sounds a little bit, yeah, it sounds. Yeah, just hold it away from your face a little bit. Put it down more. There you go. Yeah, that's better. And then maybe just move back just a little bit.
So we were gonna, in place of the Dear Data segment, we were gonna, go ahead and let you take the lead on it.
Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so just this last week, the Ho Chunk Inc. started their internship program, and that is a 10-week program. And I believe, Tyler, you got to attend the interviews for the summer youth employment program, right?
Yeah, that would actually be one of the bids this coming issue.
Nice.
But it was a good experience. There was a lot of kids present, like just looking for opportunities for the summer.
Yeah.
To spend their time other than just chilling around.
Yeah, for sure. That really gives people the opportunity to, or a lot of our youth gives them the opportunity to, get that hands-on experience in working and everything. So one of the things that we want to kind of talk about, because I know that we're having an intern this summer, and we're having a summer youth worker, and I know that there's a lot of other students out there in the community that are placed in different areas within the community. I know that Winnebago Tribal Farms and Ho Chunk Farms, they're taking some HCI interns, and they're just like spread out all throughout the community and everything. So I just really like that we have that program for our community and to be able to provide those things to our youth. So what we're gonna try to do is give advice to any of those workers that maybe it might be some of their first times working. So any type of advice. Okay, are we ready?
They said they can't hear me.
Okay. Can they hear? Can you guys hear out there? Can you guys hear fine? We're sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah, we'll get it. Okay. So anyway, so what we want to do is sort of give advice or any pointers to any of those youth out there that it might be their first time experiencing, work life and everything. So do you want to start, Tyler?
I mean, I can kind of speak from experience. I was in summer youth.
Oh, nice.
2015, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So personally, it was a good experience. I got to earn my money, and it was a good program overall because they, like at the end, they take you on a big trip.
Yeah.
To Omaha, I think. And it was just like, we got to experience something cool at the end of it, and like just over the course of the summer.
Yeah, for sure. Where was your placement?
It's funny because I was at the distribution, and then before that, I was at
Oh, nice.
2 years.
Nice. So do you have any advice for any of those students out there that might be, their first time working?
I just say try it because it's a good experience to have.
Yeah, for sure.
I would say, you're loud.
No, you're good.
I would say my advice for the youth is to, just try to soak up as much as you can and learn all that you can, and just go after if you find like interest in it and you want to like see if it can grow more. You should just go for what interests you, what's calling you.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess my little bit of advice was just to soak up as much as you can during this time, because I know it's going to be a lot of everybody's first time kind of working and everything. So just soak as much up as you can, and don't be afraid to ask questions, because if there's any I'm sure that there's people willing to help. You just got to ask for help and everything. So don't be afraid to do that, and have fun, and but also enjoy your summer. Take a family vacay, or really enjoy your weekend and enjoy that that juda that you earned. So yeah, a little bit of advice.
Yeah, that's good. So on top of that, we just wanted to also congratulate all of the recent graduates. I know that from like the little ones down in Educare to graduating from Little Priest, Winnebago Public School, St. Augustine's, the 8th grade graduations. Congratulations to everybody. Those are great achievements. Keep going.
Yes.
And so
Good job. Keep at it, guys.
So the next thing that we usually get into is our bagel bits and community news. So
Okay, I kind of talked a little bit about one of my takeaways. It was the summit employment interviews. So we talked about that, and also the Big Bear Park cleanup, like that whole area down by the river. It was a good experience. I can't say that because personally I didn't go help clean up.
Hey.
I was there for
Did you go eat? You went to go eat and you didn't clean up? No, kinda.
Probably taking pictures.
That's good though.
So we talked about that, and then the women's health fair that was at 12 times. That was a good experience. It was kind of a lot of knowledge about women's health and bodies and just overall like really teachable moment.
Yeah, awesome. And I did actually go down to the I was actually down at the river like a couple days ago for the Winnebago Indian News. We're starting to have healthy food recipes, and so I got to visit with Jessica Freebass, wife of Q. You guys all know Q, but she's worked on she cooked a bison soup and a flatbread. And what did you guys think? Because I know I brought some back for you guys to taste test
I
it.
love it.
That soup was amazing. It was really flavorful and
Man, I know. I had some leftovers all weekend. I was just at home, just chilling, warmed that up in the crock pot, and it was good. I didn't need to cook nothing.
Tyler, oh goodness, Tyler left hers in my car and I kind of smashed on hers too.
See how you are. Just kidding.
I don't listen to, sorry, so, we do have some special guests today joining us, and we will go ahead and jump into that. So we'll bring on our first guest.
Yeah.
You guys are ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Misku?
Yeah.
Misku, you're up. Just throw your headphones on. And... Yeah, you can't hold it close to something. What is it that's...
I don't know. It's good now. But you know what? They keep saying that they can't hear me. They can hear you guys, but someone's saying they hear us loud and
maybe
clear.
it's that plug-in. Remember that cord was kind of touching? Is it caught under that mixer thing? I don't know.
So I need to be able to hear you guys. I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Mic check.
Good.
Good, mic check. Cut that one out.
Yeah.
Hold the phone.
Just because I wanted
This one
to.
on? Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, I can hear.
Hi, Nipi.
Hi, P.
You want me to go ahead and go?
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Misku Petit, and okay.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Go try that one. Sorry.
Oh, hello. Good morning. My name is Misku Petit, and I'm the Human Services Director here in Winnebago at the Winnebago Human Services Department. And we are going to be having a rummage sale on Thursday, starting at noon at the Neola Walker Building. And I want to let people know that the rummage sale is going to be free.
Hey.
And,
You guys are like free stuff.
so, with that being said, at Human Services, we have the capability of trying to do things to help people and to help families and to help our community. And because of that, we get to meet a lot of amazing people. And there's several people who have donated items to us. And some of those people are foster parents. And so it is Foster Parent Awareness Month. And, you know, there's not enough opportunities for people to kind of encourage that.
Yeah.
You know, if you have the space in your home, if you have, you know, raised children before, you got that experience, there is a tremendous need for that.
Yeah.
And so the people that brought us some of these clothes, you know, children, they grow fast. And oftentimes, you know, you're left with clothes that they've outgrown that are nearly new, you know, and with this day and age with gas prices at what they are,
Right. Yeah.
you know, the cost of living and what do they call that? The they keep saying it, but I can't think of it right now. But what is it called?
I think you were right.
No, someone else said it.
Inflation?
Inflation. Yeah. Tyler won the
Right, she's won the whole
inflation. Yeah, inflation is real. I guess it's really affecting us at every level of, you know, where we are as you know, with people who have jobs and people who don't have jobs and people even people that are doing well. You know, it's really kind of pressing against us, and I think you know that, you know, our people, you know, we never wasted things. You know, we always found use in everything. There was really no concept of trash or waste. You know, and so I think that, you know, rummage sale might be a good opportunity to exercise some of those values, and you know, we got a lot of quality items there.
Nice.
I hope we don't have like a big line at the door or anything like that, but
You said free.
yeah, I think we might do this again sometime too,
Yeah.
and might even kind of evaluate it and try to see like what went well, what didn't.
Yeah, for sure.
Might learn that, hey, maybe we could partner with some other programs and maybe we can do it at a better venue, you know, like that kind of. So we're going to really be looking at it and kind of seeing, and then whatever items that aren't picked up on Thursday, we plan to, you know, because we don't have a whole lot of storage in our building, and I think most buildings are like that, but we'll probably be getting that to people in need, maybe at places up in Sioux City that where they would accept those things. So,
yeah, for sure.
So just kind of call out to people out there listening and let people know, like, if you have things that, you know, are of value, that would be of value to somebody, drop it by. Yeah, we'll definitely put it out there for people, and if people want to stop by, you know, I really wish that we could do more with the event. I think we're just kind of dipping our toe in the water a little bit, you know, but I think it can serve a good purpose, and most definitely, you know, we do have a lot of our people my age, you know, us elders, you know,
us elders.
but you know, that like to do things like that. That like to go out and find things for people in their family and people. Sometimes you're living on a budget, you know. It's always good, you know. The grandmas and grandpas used to come home and bring things to us, you know, and you didn't know where it came from, and you put it on and fit you well, you know. But so there's kind of a lot of a cultural meaning behind that event too, I think. And I think it's going to be really a good thing for us and for the community and for the people that we're serving and the children and the families. And so we're going to give it a shot and see how it goes. And I just encourage everybody to stop by if you have anything extra, or even if you want to just stop by and help arrange things. You know, we still kind of got to figure all that stuff out, all the logistics and things. So
What time did you say it starts?
noon. Yep, noon on Thursday. And we we should be wrapping up around 3:00.
Mhm.
So we won't close the doors on anybody. You get there at 3, you're in it to win it. But yeah, there's some things that yeah, I don't even want to start a big old giant.
Oh no, you gotta get them going. No.
We might have to
Get
do
the
a
people
raffle
going.
on some of these things. Like we got a couple
Dang, really?
TVs. You know, we got and they're not like 70-inch flat screens or nothing like that. But
The box TVs.
yeah, no, they're not that.
Keeping it old school.
Yeah, with the VCR tapes that
Right?
it's on there, but it don't work anymore. You know?
Bring me back to my childhood. So like I like that you talked about those are some of the our grandmas, you would bring us stuff back from the rummage. My grandma still does that.
Yep.
Yeah, so and like I told her at her birthday recently, like, grandma, like keep all the stuff that you get me, from the rummage. I keep all those things. So just to always have those things from them. So I think that's really a meaningful thing for our community, and how you talked about it being a part of our culture and everything. Yeah. Was there anything else? Because like one of the things that I wanted to touch on was I you mentioned that this month is foster
Parent Awareness Month.
Yeah, so why do you feel like it's important for to keep our our Native people with Native families? Can you touch and talk on a little bit about that?
Absolutely, yes. Our Native communities are precious, and we are a nation that seeks to be better off, not only now but for the next 7 generations to come.
Mm-hmm.
And the system, just like all systems that have interfaced with our people, whether it's the education system or the healthcare system,
Yeah.
or the justice system, or the social services system, they've all kind of touched us in ways, and oftentimes we look at that as being negative.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot about our ancestors, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot about what they wanted for us, and all the sacrifices that they made. And so I believe we have a responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
each one of us. And I believe that we are fully capable of solving problems
Mm-hmm.
that we have in our community. But I think that it's going to take a lot of effort, particularly with the things that are out in our community that are affecting us tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I was growing up, it used to be alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
but today it's methamphetamine,
Mm-hmm.
and that thing is a challenge. I think I remember one time, jokingly, I heard someone say that Jack Daniels, he killed more natives than I hope I'm not violating FCC rules or
No,
nothing.
I don't think so. No.
But Jack Daniels, he's done a lot of harm to Native American people, more so than General Custer.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of truth behind that. And oftentimes, those things are hard to control, those addictions,
Mm-hmm.
and those things that we're dealing with depression and high rates of just about every category, diabetes, cancer, all the categories that afflict us
Mm-hmm.
in our families. And I think one of the main things that is affecting us is the meth and the substances of meth,
Mm-hmm.
and what that does to people. And if anyone's listening, I'd encourage you to try to figure out a way to stop, because that's not what our ancestors wanted, and that's not what is going to get us to the next 7 generations
Mm-hmm.
in a good way, healthy and intact and still here.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's my answer to that. I think
Mm-hmm.
it would be really helpful too for all those good people out there that have the health and the ability to give us a call.
Mm-hmm.
We could sure use homes where young people could be cared for appropriately, and kept in contact with who they are.
Mhm.
Thank you for that question.
Yeah, no problem.
I like that.
Mhm.
Very cool.
Yeah. Did you guys have anything else you want to add, or is there anything else that you want to share, Misku?
I could be here all day.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I had an interview. I had an interview. Had an interview with him last time. I think he talked for like 20 minutes, and I almost had my whole interview down. But there's a lot of good information. I really appreciated being able to talk with you guys at Human Services last week too. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to add on to the what you have just shared because I have two little guys that essentially they're like my foster children. Not you know, it's complicated, but they're my boys, and I got my little guy when he's like 2, but you know you have these little ones that come into your life, like you know whether it's biologically or not, and you do end up playing a big role in their lives, and it's just kind of like it does like make you a little sad to know that sometimes the circumstances were a little unfortunate from where they're coming from, but it's good to be able to give them a good setting and to be able to give them a comfortable environment and all that so they can thrive and you know be kids. And so I really like that, and I really like what you guys are doing with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are we good? Well,
Good.
all right. Thank you so much again for stopping by, and we're hoping you can stop up again at some point.
Yes.
I don't want you guys down there tug warning over to the TV either. But thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
No, thank you.
I know. I gotta watch it.
Our next guest.
Okay. Okay, so we have Dayami Barrage coming up to talk to us a little bit about his state experience. I know that he is big into track and everything, so we invited him to come up and talk about that. So Bethany went to go grab him real quick.
He has a lot of good words to say, huh?
Yeah, I really value what they all had to say because meeting with Human Services last week, kind of just talked about some of the things that they, some of the programs that they have within the department, and talked about the motherhood and fatherhood is sacred, and you know a lot of the work that they do with families involve working with the culture, and I know I talked to Nona last week, and she said that whenever she works with any of the families, she always sends them like some of the kids like a coloring book from Ho Chunk Renaissance, and she'll usually send them like a beading package. So I thought that was real nice to do that, because I feel like once people are if people are going through any issues or any hard times, they always have their culture to fall back on, to lean on, to help them, you know, get them out of them hard times. So I really value that Human Services does the work that they do, because I know it's not easy. Yeah, so we have on Dayami Barrage. So how was it? How was state? Give us a little update. We just want to say congrats too, by the way.
Yes, congratulations.
That's dope.
Overall, the experience was enjoyable. It was fun. Just going out there and competing against the best.
Uh-huh.
It was fun.
Nice. So what do you like? I know, are you a runner? What do you like? Give us a little rundown of what
I'm a distance runner, so I run the mile and the 2 mile. In the 2 mile, I did a PR, which is personal record. So I ran a 10:18, took
Dang.
8 seconds off in the last one.
Uh-huh.
Then the mile, I ran 4:46, took 5 seconds off in the last one.
Awesome. Okay. So I actually don't know too much about track. So like I don't know. Like I'm sorry. Like I can do the long jump. I can do about that. I probably won't get very far. But did you guys ever run track or do any kind of track?
No.
I tried to. It wasn't for me.
Yeah. So how was the track team this summer?
It's good in the spring here.
In the spring, yeah. My bad.
So we actually finished with 16, which is the most we finished with in the last like 5 years. since
Oh,
I've been here,
nice. 16.
Which would be nice to get up around 25, 30, but
Yeah.
it was a good start.
Mhm.
And while we got time, I'll give a shout out to, we'll give a shout out to the 2 seniors that finished, Zeke Sharpeck and Cherish Flying Hawk. So
Nice.
most of the seniors, when they get to the senior year, they just props. You know what I mean? So it was, which is fine. I did the same thing. But the two of them stuck it out, so it was nice. So give them some props.
Yeah, big props, big props.
Yeah.
So Diami, what's one memory that you have of one memory you have that you are you a senior?
Junior.
Or junior? Okay, so I know that you're big into basketball and big into track and everything. So what's one of your favorite memories that you can say about your experience in so far in high school?
One of my most memorable ones was obviously state for cross country too, and state for track. Just getting to state is an accomplishment really big.
Right. Have we ever had anybody else from state? I don't know if there's anybody out there in the community that can that knows of anybody else that went to state. Do you guys have that on record or anything?
Yeah, it all is. I know in the 6 years I've been there, he's the first one to go.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think probably like 2000, 2012 or something.
Yeah.
2012-ish. I think there was some, I don't want to say names for sure because I wasn't coaching, but
Mm-hmm.
it's been a while. I think it's been 10 years since anybody's went. So
Yeah.
it's a huge accomplishment. And we were like,
Right?
you know, nobody follows high school track, but we were actually in the toughest district because you get the district to go to state.
Mm-hmm.
And he was actually ran with a kid that's like the fastest kid in the state. He was in our district, he won state and all that.
Uh-huh.
And then we got the Atlanta kid from Homer, who's super good. And
Yeah,
so it was just an accomplishment to get there.
for sure.
I can tell you, he was like that far from getting a medal on the first day.
Oh.
Like 3 seconds away. So
Oh man.
he ran good, and that's all you can do.
Yeah. Well, you made. Sounds like you made history in being one of the the first to go to state. So right now you're a GOAT in state.
Yeah.
So what was your time and what was your distance that you ran?
For the mile, it's 4 laps around. I ran at 4:46. Then the 2 mile is 8 laps around, and I ran at 10:18.
Jeez. Do you run like full sprint or like do you need to take?
Well, at the start you want to get out fast, and like
Uh-huh.
for 6 laps you want to pace yourself, and those last 800 you just gotta run.
Yeah.
There's some kids that do run out and sprint the ball. Like the kid that wins it all, he just sprints the whole time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's on a different level.
Right? So how do you train for it? Like, do you just run all the time?
He hasn't even plays basketball.
Yeah,
It's,
that.
So, but no. I got it now.
it's, well, I usually don't like actually train to run, but I just like go on little runs here and there, and just obviously basketball all year round keeps me in shape. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a basketball player first, so it's, like cross country track kind of comes second, which is totally cool. You know what I mean? You gotta have your thing you want to do.
Yeah.
We're just glad he came out, and because when the
Banged it out.
When the meets come, he competes.
Yeah.
He does. I mean, it's just in him. It comes from his family. He's a competitor. So once you get to the meet, it's all out.
Yeah, for sure. I'm related to Diami on my his grandma Sarah is my godmother and also my grandma. So growing up, obviously, I knew Diami was always going to be a really good athlete, and he was always, always there with the boys, with the class, 2015, state champions. I know Diami ran with them a lot, so I know that really gave you the experience to be able to work with the older guys. And do you feel like that really helped out your game a lot?
Yeah, just seeing how they work, some of the work guys like David, Matthew, that state championship, they're I don't know how to say it, but just going out and winning every single game and just seeing them do that.
Yeah,
really
for
gives
sure.
Perspective on it.
Yeah, and I bet that gave you some experience running with the big boys. So once you got up there, I'm sure that you really competed on a high level as a freshman and everything. So that's dope. Do you still power dance?
These past 2 years, I kind of took a break. I was in mourning, so I took another toll on me. But recently, I got a new roach and spring fires, new back muscles, and new arm muscles.
Oh snap! I was about to say a bad word. That sounds dope. What are your colors for your muscles?
The muscles are white, like a red, and like a dark blue, dark royal blue.
Uh-huh.
There's like a pattern in the inside. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Okay, so to kind of wrap it up, your senior year, what are your big goals for your senior year?
Okay, well, senior year, I'm actually transferring to Westlake Prep down in Hollywood, Florida.
Oh, Hollywood, Florida?
Wow.
What? That is sick.
Prep school for basketball, so it's kind of taking me away from the running, but I believe the basketball should work out.
Yeah, for sure. You get to be in Florida. Shoot, to make a trip down there to watch some of your games. Well, that sounds like a nice goal and everything. So, is there anything else that you guys want to add about the state track meet, or anything else you want to share, or give any?
Just thanks for having us on. It's always good when we can show some of the great accomplishments some of the kids have throughout the school academic. We got the academic awards thing at 2:00 today. We'll throw that out there.
Oh,
It's at the
okay.
school for all the kids.
Nice.
Good.
The ones that are there.
Yeah.
It's kind of that time of year, so. But no, it's just great that you guys showcase all the stuff kids do.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Thanks for having us on.
Yep.
yeah, and hopefully you're at the youth achievement. Hopefully you got good grades too. So.
Yep.
All right, tight. All right, well, thank you guys. Thanks, Naomi.
Yep.
Thank you.
Good luck on your. First time running this kind of by yourself too. Yeah. But you guys did good. Thank you for coming on. All right. We got how many more minutes? We got 15 more minutes. So we're ready to invite our next guest.
Yes.
All right, we got Ben Crawford here with the Angel Decor Museum to give us any updates on any history and anything they want to share about the museum. Yeah, is it this one?
Hold on.
That balloon's
I might check it. Might check.
Check.
Yeah.
All right.
He has a deep voice, so you have to turn the levels down a little bit.
It's good. It's good. We're getting mixed feedback. We can hear, we can't hear. I'm gonna cry, guys. No, it's okay.
You're doing good. It's all good.
Okay, so.
Well, thank you guys for having me. I'm Ben Crawford. I work up at the Angel Decor Museum up at Little Priest Tribal College campus. Come on up if you haven't been there before. And today, for our history fact, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Battle of Fort San Carlos. So 242 years ago, either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, depending on the source, in 1780, there was the Battle of Fort San Carlos, which Ho-Chunks were at. So have any of you ladies been to St. Louis?
No, I wish I did.
Passing through.
Passing through?
Yeah.
Okay, so St. Louis is a very, very special area. Before I talk about the battle itself, St. Louis is very close to a very old native site called Cahokia. Cahokia, yeah. So, and for those of you who don't know, the St. Louis area is where the Missouri River and the Mississippi River meet. So think about the time before cars and trains and planes. These rivers are the highways for the tribes, and later when the white settlers came, these are big, big highways, really easy ways to move.
Yeah.
So if you're in a place where two highways meet, that's really important because there's all sorts of trade stuff you can do when those rivers meet. So before I get into the battle, Cahokia was a native site that was where St. Louis is today. And Cahokia was the largest native city north of Mexico in America. So we're talking tens of thousands of Native Americans were living in Cahokia. And you can go there today. It's an archaeological site. It's protected. Definitely go if you have a chance. But this site, at one point, it was larger than London, which is really crazy. Yeah, I know there's kind of this stereotype that tribes were, everybody was just living in teepees and moving around a lot. But no, they were native cities. And now I don't know a lot about Cahokia, but probably the people living there were related to the Ho-Chunks. I'm not sure if I don't think they were Ho-Chunk, but they were related, and they probably traded with the Ho-Chunks. But anyway, fast forward from before contact all the way to the Revolutionary War, right? Think 1776, American Revolution. America is trying to break free from Great Britain, and St. Louis becomes a very, very important place. Now, we're going to go back to American history. I know it's not everybody's favorite subject. We're going to go back to American history. In the American Revolution, who do you got? Think about the sides here.
Remind me, the French.
The French are in the American Revolution, and they're actually trying to help out the USA, right? Because they don't like Great Britain. And I already just gave away who's on the other side. So there's the French, there's America, right? American Revolution, you get a little hint there who's in it. And then you get the British, and there's one more group of Europeans I'm thinking of.
The Germans.
The Germans? No.
Russians.
No, they were Spanish. So the Spanish were also on the side of America and the French. So America supported by the French and Spanish. So during this time, St. Louis, again, was controlled by the Spanish. And the British, they really wanted to take that city because, again, that's where the Mississippi and the Missouri rivers meet. So they really want to take that city. So what the British do is they go to the Midwest and they figure we're going to get a whole bunch of tribes together and they're going to help us fight the Spanish. We're going to take St. Louis and then we're going to own these highways and we're going to control everything, right? And why do you guys think the tribes were okay with siding with the British? What do you think?
I would say that they gave away better stuff, gave away guns.
Gave away better stuff. So they were really big with trading with the British. And also, the British understood that if you're going to fight a tribe, that's going to cost money. And the whole reason the British had colonies was to make money. So they weren't really interested in controlling land and just getting tons of people into America. Money was kind of the big thing.
Always.
At least that's the way I see it. So you compare this with the Americans, right? USA wants to grow. They want to expand. So the British are kind of like the better choice. You know, it's not great, but for tribes, a lot of tribes sided with the British because that, in the long term, would probably be better for tribes.
Yeah.
But anyway, the British get a whole bunch of tribes together. We're talking the Potawatomi, the Ho-Chunk, the Fox, the Sac, Kickapoo, Mdewakanton, Ojibwe, and you get this huge tribal coalition of almost 1,000 warriors, and they gather. They're going to go attack St. Louis. They gather in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, which is really, if you just drive across Iowa, I actually just did it last week, Prairie du Chien is just on the other side of Iowa, across the river in Wisconsin. So this huge tribal coalition gathers, and then they come down the Mississippi, and they come to, remember, St. Louis. And so by the time that the tribal coalition had got there, St. Louis, they built the stone tower, and all the defenders, all the militia at St. Louis were behind these trenches and in the stone tower. And what the sources say is that the Ho-Chunks and the Mdewakanton, they kind of led the native attack onto Fort San Carlos, also known as St. Louis. And they didn't realize that on this big this stone tower that the Spanish had built, there was a big cannon on there, and they had cannons on top. So when they attacked and they started shooting the cannons at the tribal warriors, all the other warriors except for the Ho-Chunks and the Mdewakantons just left.
Yeah.
And the Ho-Chunks, they kept going. Remember, they're tough warrior people, right? That warrior culture you could see today.
Yep.
They kept attacking. Yeah. They didn't give up easy. They kept attacking, but they just couldn't take out all those defenders in this tower. So eventually they just had to settle with kind of like destroying the area around the tower, but they just could not take St. Louis. So they didn't win, but I really like historic moments like this because they show that Ho-Chunks they have history all around the world, not just in Wisconsin and Nebraska, all across the lower 48. There's all sorts of sites where the Ho-Chunks have been. So if you're ever going on a road trip, or even if you're ever going to travel to like Europe or something, stop by the museum. We have a big map of all sorts of places where Ho-Chunk veterans have been, the World Wars, in Vietnam, in Korea, even in the Civil War.
So all across America, there's sites just like this where Ho-Chunks have been and kind of made their mark on history.
Dang, nice, that's dope. That's very dope. So was that a little wrap up of the history? I'm sorry, I wanted to sort of ask you about
Yeah, go
the
ahead.
passport and everything.
Yeah, so this summer, the tribe is now on, the Tribes Museum, the Angel Decorum Museum, is on the Nebraska Passport Program. So what the Passport Program is there's 70 sites around Nebraska. There's restaurants, there's bars, there's museums and parks. And you can go there and get a little stamp, and that stamp makes you eligible for prizes. And these are really cool places all around Nebraska. And that started at the start of May, and just last week we had 50 people on the passport program come and visit the museum. And we have little passports at the museum. They're totally free, so if you're in the tribe or outside the tribe, come on over to the museum. We're open 9 to 4 weekdays and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. I think some of the prizes are like lottery tickets, and then there's like a cabin at like State Park and stuff, and there's like an Omaha Steaks package, but yeah, there's good stuff.
Nice. So how many visitors have you had come through with that passport?
Oh my gosh, so 50 last week, so I'm guessing we're getting close to just 100 in May. We also had, it was so awesome last week, we had UNO bring up, I think almost 20 students from the East Asian Young Leaders Program.
Oh, cool.
And it was great. We did a tour with them, and we talked about, how colonization has affected the tribes. And multiple kids were in indigenous groups from Asia, and they really were able to relate to the tribe's story and how things have really changed. So we've had a lot of visitors this month.
That's nice. Very nice. Right?
Awesome.
For real. I work with Ben at the museum for, I don't know, when did I start? I think back in September, and I worked up until February, I think, or March. And Ben knows a lot. He knows a lot. He's like an encyclopedia. I swear he probably knows more Ho-Chunk history than I do. So I think that, how many years have you been in the community?
I've been here for about 4 years now, and right when I started working, an elder told me that there's 3 kinds of people in the world. There's Ho-Chunks, half-chunks, and no-chunks. So I'm a no-chunk. I'm non-native. So it's a big privilege to get to work for the tribe, and I'm always learning stuff all the time. And I just love history, so I really like what I do.
And I understand you work with the Immersion class a lot too. You and Jordan go in there. Can you tell me a little bit about those how you work with them?
Sure, yeah. So Ho-Chunk Renaissance is running a language immersion program at the public school right now. And I think right now it's slated to go from 1st through 3rd grade. And we go in every Wednesday, and this week is actually the last day before summer break for them. And we try to do kind of history and culture stuff with them. And just really, you have to incorporate all of the Ho-Chunk parts if you want to understand the tribe. It's not just language, it's not just history, it's not just powwow, it's all of those things together. So what we do at the museum is we try to do activities and games. So we'll play Kansu, and we'll play other games, and sometimes we help them play Uno, and they work on their Ho-Chunk by playing Uno. So it's just awesome. Yeah.
That sounds for fun.
I know. Okay, so next time you come, you have to bring a kasubo or something, and we can play a game live.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So I think that'd be kind of fun.
All right.
Have you guys ever been to the museum?
I haven't.
Oh, you guys are slipping. You guys check it out.
I went up there when they had the Jackie tribute.
Yeah.
It's nice up there. And they gave me a bunch of cool information and pamphlets and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. What did you think about the Jackie Stevens revealing?
Well, I thought it was really nice. Everybody had some really good. Emmy Scott, she had some really great words to share, and she it was a poem, right?
Yeah, I think she had written a poem for those who are listening who don't know what we're talking about. Jackie Stevens was a Ho-Chunk lady who was, she recently passed away during the COVID-19 pandemic, but she was an artist in the tribe who knew Ho-Chunk basketry, and she also went to college in New Mexico where she learned how to do Pueblo pottery. So when she passed away, the White Beaver family, they really wanted to preserve Jackie's legacy here, and they donated one of her pieces of pottery to the museum. And it's a really cool piece too, because it's kind of Pueblo style, clay and fired pottery, and then on top of that is a woven basketry. So it's like a mix of the ways she moves. So it's just very, very cool, and we're really honored that they did that for us and immediately thought of how can we preserve the legacy of the tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure, you guys definitely need to go check out that piece because it's really nice. It's really pretty. I don't have the patience for pottery or anything like that.
I was thinking about that one because I was just helping Garen record, and then I went up and got some like B-roll, so I was getting close-ups and stuff, and I was just like, I mean, I've watched videos of like the pottery, how they do it and stuff, and it's just like, it'd be neat to learn it. Take a lot of patience, I think, right? Yeah.
A lot of patience and a steady hand. Oh, man. Okay, do you guys have anything else that you want to add, or do you have anything else that you want to share, Ben?
No, nothing coming up. Like I said, come up to the museum. We have those passports that are free for everybody. We have tons of them. You get a little stamp just for showing up. And I think even just for one stamp, you get entered into like running for prizes and stuff. So yeah, if you're planning on doing any like road trips this summer, across Nebraska, there's all sorts of fun stuff. So yeah, coming over.
Yeah, that goes for people that say there's nothing to do around here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Lots to do.
Lots to do.
Yeah, and I think since Ben's been in the community for so long that he deserves a clan. Just kidding.
My head take clan.
In the name too. No, I'm just kidding. Well, thanks Ben for coming on, and really appreciate you sharing your history and everything that's going on at the museum.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ben. Thanks
you guys for having me.
Thanks, Ben.
So, ladies, I was thinking we might as well get into this.
Get into it.
So I just wanted to, I'm feeling a little better now because I think we figured the audio issue out. It was with our system that we use, and it just, something wasn't clicking up there, but we got it. And I just wanted to say to everybody that's still listening and tuning in, thank you for bearing with us, and thank you for your continued support. And we do apologize for that delay and the audio issues. We try to bring the best production possible to you guys, and just do our best. So thank you for staying with us. We're gonna play a game.
Tic-tac-toe. Just kidding.
Which one do you have, blue or red?
I need chapstick. These are dry. No.
Blue or red? All right, so we're going to play a game called what now?
Can you hear me?
I'm screaming.
Heads up, someone up.
Heads up.
We're gonna play charades.
Charades.
We tried it earlier.
I suck at charades. Oh my gosh, no.
It's gonna be fun. I think so.
This is I told her that we were playing, what'd you say it was called?
Heads up.
Yeah.
Let me see if I tell people.
Sometimes I don't like that.
It sounds better now. What'd you do?
It's this mic right there. The good mic.
Maybe it's that cord.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me do a little something.
It's good right now though. Oh, I see.
There you go. You could divvy yourself up, bro. My bad. Didn't mean to mess up your stuff.
Okay, so should we put it on 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he joining us?
No, he's not.
Okay, all right.
Not this week.
What happened to those little mic stands? So we're gonna do animals to keep it simple.
Okay.
All right, so just to give some insight to our listeners on KWTN 100.9 FM in Nebraska, we are going, I'm getting a little,
Okay, I have this on now.
My audio's hot, sorry. We're going to play a game. In place of my answer is that Garen usually does with us. He'll, if anyone's new here, we usually do a segment with Tyler and myself. Garen comes up with 5 questions that he asks both of us. I go first. He'll ask me the 5 questions. It's like a trivia question, so you can get it right or you can get it wrong. Currently, I'm up.
I'm just kidding. It's going to be different this time. We're going to play charades, and so we'll put...
So we're not talking about that one anymore. We're talking about the new game now. But just some insight on that, like, this is in place of that, so go ahead, Ty. Take it away.
Well, we're going to play charades, so I just downloaded this app and trying to figure it out. It's the off-brand of charades.
The Walmart version, the Great Value version?
I didn't have $2 on Apple Store. So.
It's a struggle out here.
Okay, so we're doing animals, and we're going to do a 30-second duration. And I don't know. So both you guys trying to describe?
Yeah, and then you have to guess what it is. So then on top of that, for our listeners on the radio, when you're doing this, you should plug your ears so we can let them know what it is. And you're going to be guessing, so you got to like that.
How about they guess with us? Because I don't know. Because it'll be real quick, though, you know what I mean? That timer's already on.
All right, well, Bear, it's your game. So you call the shot.
Okay, so, well, when it's your guys' turn, we'll tilt it down if it's correct, and then tilt it up if it's not. Oh, it started. She's scared.
All right, what am I?
It's on Ice Age that,
Sloth.
yes.
So what am I?
It's striped, it has 4 legs.
Zebra.
Yep. It is a part of our clans, not deer, but...
Elk?
Yes. They fly around during the summer.
Flies?
Clothes.
Butterflies.
A type of fly. Oh, I can't say horsefly.
That was not right, that was
No,
not
okay.
right.
It's green.
What's your favorite bird?
Oh, hummingbird. I didn't get those 2, so I got 3 out of 5. Okay.
I was just laughing the whole time. That was funny. Dale was getting that.
That was going on. My bad. I get hyped up on those with my sister. So.
I know you was going to.
I know. I don't played it.
All right.
Okay, so down is correct, and then up is
Wrong.
Skip it, or if you don't know.
Skip. Okay. So then I hit what start?
Yeah.
Is it my turn to guess?
Oh, wait,
That's
turn it
fine.
the other
Okay.
way. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, it has a long nose. And
It's a rodent?
Elephant.
No, it's I don't know. Right?
Either.
Pretty close. Is it an
Eat small things. Eat really small things.
Just stuttering.
You almost said it. Skip. You could skip.
Skip that one's hard. They run around during the winter time.
Some people have them in their house.
Yes.
Dogs.
It sounds like house.
Mouse.
Yes. Oh. That was fun.
What was it? Done?
Yeah, it's done.
It was antelope or anteater.
Yeah, antelope is what it was. I got a white. I got a white Bet's grease off. I'm just playing, bro.
She's not playing.
She ain't playing.
She's serious.
I'm gonna see you guys
Okay, my bad. Okay, how do I just chip? There's not a fry in here.
So down, correct.
Okay, down,
up,
then
skip.
Okay, up. All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right. I can see.
Other way. Other way. There you go.
I'm gonna be laughing at them. Oh shoot.
They're down at the rib.
Deers?
Yep. My boy.
It's my clan.
It's the park, the big.
Buffalo?
The big.
The park down at the river.
Oh, big bear. Bear.
There you go.
So said big bear.
Some people have these in their house too.
Ants?
They might
Flies?
be considered, you might call a pest buster to get these.
Roaches?
Yep, there you go. Some people have these as pets, but they're really expensive.
Monkeys?
They're huge. Those horse.
Oh, okay. As pets? As a
So her words were deer, bear, roach.
That was fun.
How much did I
again?
get? I don't know. I gave you good hints. No, I'm just kidding. I think I had 4. I think I had 4.
Yeah, so.
I think you had the most efficient ones. The most descriptive best ones.
actually.
Excuse
people.
me.
What is that?
All right. Okay, so that was fun. I think we should do more heads up game, but with our contestants, because I think that was fun.
Yeah.
Something, because we got it all
Breaks the
situated.
ice.
Again, I hope we made you proud. We figured it out eventually.
It was a little
We
rocky.
got it right.
Yep. We'll be better prepared next time. So we're good. I'm pretty happy about it.
Yes.
Any
That was a fun game. Just the reminder that I have is Thursday I'll request live. I do have a special guest lined up for you guys. The most requested individual in all request live history, Sandy Mackey Scott. He'll be back.
The voice.
But tune in. That's on Thursday from 11 to 1 p.m.
Just a reminder for me, by today at 4:30, if you have anything to possibly include for the win for this deadline or the next.
Yeah, and so our next issue of the W.I.N will be released on Friday. You can get those in stores at the Pony Express, downtown, and
Little Priest, Sweetwater, DG, all the stores.
yeah. So one cool thing that kind of somebody told me is like, well, where do I get the copy of the W.I.N? I was like, down at the store usually. And then they were all out that day, so I'm actually pretty surprised and pretty happy about that. So big shout out to everybody out there that's picking up the W.I.N and everything. We'll also have the latest issue mailed out this Saturday, so be on the lookout and check your mailboxes.
Yes, and thank you all for tuning in today to the 13th episode of Winnebago Talks. Before we hit our conclusion, is that everything, ladies?
I think that's good. That's a wrap for our first time.
Yes, thank you everybody for tuning in, and thank you for bearing with us, and you're all great. Hope you all have a great day.
We out.